Hello FMHSC fellow racers, this is Gabe Monroy and let's go racing. Here we are off to the start and going into the first corner. Pretty tight there, but made my way into third. Pretty good start for me. Now this is only my first race on a dead engine start on this bike and only my second race. So I raced Merwin I and now this is Merwin II. Only had the bike for about a week and a half, coming off of a CRF 250R and really liking this 300. I feel like I'm smoother in the corners and overall just smoother, wider power, more useful power seems like. So doing pretty good off to the start here. Went through the checkpoint, going through the woods, about ready to cross over the motocross track here. Now they took the motocross track out of this race and added in a lot more woods trails. Thought they did a really good job of that. Felt way different, and I've never even raced a Merwin race that felt this different. I've always had the track as part of the race, so I thought they did a really good job. Kudos to Dan Johnson for that. Now we are crossing over the motocross track. Going over here in this section of the woods, it's a little tighter, a little bit more technical, but overall really fun. I was lucky enough to pick off second and first here pretty quick, you'll see. And I do apologize if the camera angle is not very good, pointed down way too low. I'll make sure I get that fixed for the next video. And this, I'm not sure when I picked them off, but I was able to get in the lead and lead for a good part of the first lap until later on you'll see a vine jumps out and grabs me and pulls me straight to the ground. And that was not fun, but luckily I got it untangled, popped up, got in second, stayed in second for the rest of the race, and that's pretty much it, so enjoy. So a lot of this track was ran backwards from last week, and I thought it was really cool. There's several little dips like right here, and it makes a lot of fun. Dip there, and you'll see I'm about to take this guy, but he's very nice and just pulls right over for me. There you go. Very polite. So I guess he didn't like the pressure of me, but thank you, whoever that was. And here's when I take the lead for the rest of the lap until that vine literally just jumps out and grabs me. Okay, so maybe I blow past the turn and take a little shortcut through the woods, but I swear that limb, or that vine, totally grabbed me and pulled me straight to the ground. So you'll see that wrestling match here pretty soon. It's quite entertaining. And here we go. Leading, which I don't get to do very often. It was a lot of fun. And I ended up finishing second overall this race, which was one of my better finishes this year. So really enjoyed this track. Got into a good flowy rhythm and felt really good on this bike. So I'm excited to race it more. Right now you can see me chasing down probably the last place B rider. I'm in the B intermediate class, so the B riders started 1 minute in front of us, and it seemed like I caught him pretty quick, so I don't know if he had some trouble or whatnot, but I'm still in the lead chasing him. Makes it kind of fun though. There he kind of lets me over. So now I'm by myself again, but again, I know this camera angle really sucks a lot of times. I don't know how I got it down so low. This isn't my first time GoProing, but totally just missed the mark on that. But it actually is my first time doing the commentary thing, so kind of trying this thing out. If my voice is horrible to listen to, or if it just totally sucks, feel free to let me know. But it's an experiment, so we'll see how this goes. I'm coming up to this little creek section, and there's a couple different areas where you go in and out of this creek. Actually a lot of fun, and this is one section that I've never ridden at Merwin before. Maybe it's because a lot of years it's been wet and it's totally a dry dust bowl, so we were able to actually ride in it. But it's really flowy. It kind of winds back and forth. There's some cool banked corners, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So coming out of it there, but here in a little bit we'll go back into it. There's a couple slick sections. Must have been some underground springs or something, because just a little moisture in different areas, but we've been without rain for a long time now, so I'm not really sure. Just some underground moisture, but it was really cool. There's a little uphill and right hand turn. There was like a T-post on the left there. Kind of scared me a couple times. I was like, holy cow, hope I don't see somebody hanging on that T-post. I thought it was a little dangerous there, right, going into that corner, but got past that, flowing. This is kind of wide open and fast, a lot of fun, and yeah, so here we go. So coming up here, you're gonna see like Rootville. Like there's just so many roots. It's like turn, roots. Like it was definitely wore you out. So I went over little roots there, turn this corner. It's like, where is it? Right here. Root. And left. Go down the straightaway. Turn. Root. Turn. Go up here. Root. Literally so many roots. Popped over a giant root there, just like the base of a tree. But oh my gosh, my legs were so tired by the end of this race. I was standing because of all the bumps, like it just would kill my back to sit. So yeah, my knees and legs were just totally worn out. I could barely walk when I got home because of all the roots and rocks. But still a lot of fun. Okay, just saying, speaking of roots earlier, those right there, boom, 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 could hardly see them, but those things were nasty. epic wrestling match with this vine. And it's coming up any second. Here I jog just to the left right there. I'm like, oh, that was supposed to go right. And I easily went through. Nothing major. Let's see that again. Jog to the left. Oh, I realized I'm supposed to go right. Just go right through here. Okay. Alright, cool, I'm through. Oh, and then a vine locks up my front wheel, and down I go. So, yeah, I was like, what in the world? Seriously, this just happened? I looked at it right there, pull up my bike, grunting, super mad. Like, oh my gosh, this thing's super in there. So I'm twisting it around. People are starting to pass me now. Feels like eternity. Not even completely untangled, but I got it out of that one side, and so I fired up, and I'm like, alright, let's go, see what happens. So start going here, and I can hear it flipping and making all kinds of rattling noise in my spokes. And I don't know how, but I got a vine stuck in my rear. See, I'm looking down at it, kicking it right there. Got another one stuck in my rear disc, and I could feel, I don't know how long that thing was, but it kept flipping up and smacking me in the back. When I got done with the race, the one in my front was out, but one in my rear disc was still wound up in there. So it was quite an entanglement, but luckily it took about a total of 35 seconds to get that out, and I'm on my way. Managed to stay in second, which is where I stayed the rest of the race. And never had anything quite like that happen before. That was a first. So I'm fortunate it wasn't any worse, but oh my gosh. Felt like eternity. Felt like I was there for 5 minutes. It's funny looking back at your video and realizing it was only like 30 seconds. So, here we are on our way. That was close to the end of the first lap also, which I was like, dang it. I was leading for such a good amount of time for this first lap. And then right before basically the end of the first lap here, I go down and lose it. Super frustrating. Here I'm coming up, and there's a little grass track section, getting close to the end of the first lap here, and kind of funny, you'll notice when I go through scoring, there's a guy that's in front of me that goes straight off, and it throws me off for a second. I'm like, where's he going? And I went a little slower through scoring here. Oh, there he goes. He just goes right off the track, so I guess he's done. I took a second glance there. I was like, okay. And go through scoring and on to the second lap. Everything else is pretty much boring, so we just left it with the first lap, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed.